Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, which I'm beginning to hate that moniker, truthfully. But the Codfather himself here, bringing you another video. Hope you enjoy my Wraith gameplay on Dead by Daylight. Call of Duty just dropped the Modern Who Cares 3 teaser trailer, and I want to have a bit of a discussion, a bit of a heart-to-heart with everyone listening. If you guys could, I don't usually do this, but if you guys could, please drop a like rating, maybe even a support comment on this video, maybe even favorite it, add it to your favorites. I'm not sure if that does anything with the algorithm, but I want this video to get out to as many people as possible. Anyone remotely interested in this next Call of Duty game, I want people to see this. I want them to see this. So if you could support the video, I would appreciate it. I want to bring you guys a bunch of information regarding this, but I also want to just say, this isn't even $70 DLC. I see a lot of people complaining already and saying that it's $70 DLC. And they're right, except they're not. Because it's worse than that. It's not even $70 DLC. It's a $70 patch. It's a $70 update. This game, this DLC, this update does not need to exist. Because all it is, if you guys don't know, all it is just essentially an expansion. I don't even want to use that term, though, because it's not expanding on anything. Everything that I have seen leaked or rumored for this game is something we've seen before in the past. They're actually marketing this game. It's disgusting. They're marketing this game as like, hey, this is like Modern Warfare 2, but fixed. Give us $70, please. How about this, Call of Duty? How about you suck my fucking dick? Activision. Eat my asshole until it resembles a California raisin. Bobby Kotick, go retire to Epstein Island and get the hell out of the gaming industry because you are a toxic piece of garbage. How about that? That's really what I want to say before I get into the actual details here. Nothing in Modern Warfare 3, Modern Who Cares 3, Modern Warfare III, whatever you want to call it, is new. Nothing is going to be new. Every single thing about this game, and I'm using air quotes with that, is going to be straight up a recycle job. It's going to be a rehash job. And it's by the worst Call of Duty studio, although that's arguable because Infinity Ward's also just, they're right up there with the worst with Sledgehammer, but I digress. Let's take a look at this Modern Warzone tweet real quick. So they basically changed everything the COD community complained about during the MW2 beta that Infinity Ward refused to change, like red dots on the minimap and Ninja. And if you look at what Charlie Intel says, here are the rumors. It'll feature MW2 2009 multiplayer maps. That's funny. They're already made. These aren't new maps. Why don't we have them in Modern Warfare 2? It would make sense, wouldn't it? Modern Warfare 2 maps in Modern Warfare 2, but let me calm down. Red dots on the minimap, the thing that we've had since forever that they changed for the sake of changing it. Reload cancel returns, again, the thing that's been in the game since forever. Slide cancel returns, the thing that's been in the game for 7 years, something like that. Ninja returns as a perk. Again, we've seen it. Perks will be gear. I don't care. It's just, that's going to be the same exact thing, pretty much. War mode will return. Why did it leave? Outbreak Zombies mode. We've seen how well Sledgehammer does zombies in that they don't do well at all, and Treyarch usually has to give them some slack job mobile variant. So that's going to be awful. We already know that's going to be awful. It just is. But the bottom tweet really says it all. Michael says, why fix a problem when you can sell the solution? Let's look at some more here real quick, though. During their little teaser thing, they sent out slides and cans and cell phones. Slide cancel in Modern Warfare 3. Very clever. Very clever. Sizzle Dog, though, is more clever because he sees through their bullshit. He says, laughing my ass off, imagine having to generate hype for a new game that shouldn't have even released in the first place or just been a DLC to the current game by showing off features that should have been in said game. Damn, y'all are so easily impressed. This series is so cooked. But I think people are finally coming around. I'm going to show you guys this real quick. This is the like to dislike ratio for the Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 teaser trailer. When they first announced it or whatever. And I told you guys, don't buy into the hype. It's going to suck. Guess who was right? It was me, But people were hopeful. And I told you guys, don't get your hopes up. It's going to be bad. What are you thinking? We've had 3 years of garbage. Do you actually think this is going to be any different? but you see the like to dislike ratio. This is the like to dislike ratio on the modern Who Cares 3 trailer. Look at this. Yeah. Speaks for itself. It really does. Speaks for itself. And after the crap they pulled this year, was just all over the place between the pay-to-win bundles, which, I mean, look at this. It's pay-to-win. It's just pay-to-win bundles. They just released some new operator with a dog that will growl when you're, like, looking at people if you have high alert on. It'll give you an audio cue if you have high alert on, if someone's looking at you, or you can see somebody while aiming down the sight. It's just dumb. If you think this isn't that bad, they've already released pay-to-win stuff for DMZ. They just released that dog bundle too, that Merlin bundle or whatever, for like $25 or something ridiculous like that. It has a dog that will growl when you're being looked at if you have high alert on. It's an audio cue on top of a visual cue, and the dog will growl when you are aiming at someone if you have high alert on. So if you're aiming down sight and somebody's like trying to hide in a stealthy position or whatever, or a sniper's there, the dog will growl. It's just, this might not seem like that big of a deal in a vacuum, right? But it's the culmination of every single issue. Remember back in Vanguard where they had the crappy MVP screen that you couldn't skip? They actually patched it because someone found a way to skip it and like get past it. And they patched it because they wanted you to see bundles. They wanted you to see stupid bundles with that unskippable, time-wasting garbage. On top of that, they sold you low-res PNG images that you could put over your kill cams that everyone had to see, made by some, I don't know, California they-them with blue hair, 3 tits, and a mustache, with their junk tucked between their legs like Buffalo Bill. No, who am I kidding? It was made by an AI. I don't think there are actual devs. I don't think human beings designed these games the past couple of years. I truly don't. I truly don't. And I'm going to cover that in my next video, probably tomorrow. I got a little project I'm working on. I'll bring you guys. But back to the original topic. I think Vanguard sold so poorly and did so badly. They were seeing just what they could get away with. What could they actually sell to these idiots actually playing this game still? Anyone still playing Call of Duty in August 2023 is a brain-dead moron. If that hurts your feelings, guess what? The truth hurts. And I think a little bit of you probably knows it's true. It might seem like I'm being mean here. It might seem like I'm being mean, but holy shit, you could be doing anything else with your time, and it's probably more productive than wasting it on this series that simply wants your money. I mean, look, if you want someone that's just going to take you for your money, go find like a Instagram model or something, man. Go, I don't know, go to a bum on the corner and just say like, hey, here's my credit card. Go get yourself some Miller High Life 40s. My Cash App is $blame truth. Send me some money and I'll send you a picture back of me flipping you off, because that's the extent of what you're doing when you support this game. I truly don't think, even as a COD content creator, I don't think I could justify purchasing Modern Who Cares 3, because like I can't support it. I mean, they shut down. This might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but as like a more hardcore kind of gamer all my life, they shut down fan-made projects. SM2 was a fan-made game that was being released without profit in mind, just for free, but it got shut down by Activision. It was just going to be like pretty much a best of Call of Duty online multiplayer mod, but I guess they were afraid it would take players away from their current bad game. Why not just hire these people who are working for free, hire them to make a spin-off Call of Duty for the hardcore Call of Duty fan? Makes more money that way. It's like, I don't understand it. They want to make money so badly, but they don't want to earn it. They want to just take the easiest way out, and it's disgusting that people fall for it. How are people this stupid? Seriously, how is the modern gaming consumer this dumb nowadays? How can you not see what a waste of time? How can you not see how little care goes into the game? It's more fun making fun of the game than playing it. I've been playing Call of Duty for the better part of 15, 16 years. It's more fun now to make fun of the game and just make fun of everything they do wrong and their incompetence and them nickel and diming people to death than it is playing the damn thing. Don't you think that's a bit of a problem? I'm not out of gaming. I'm doing more gaming than ever. I got like 800 hours on Dead by Daylight here in the past 3 months since I started playing. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm going to be playing Payday 3 when that comes out. I'm going to be playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game as well. I'm doing more gaming than ever. Trust me, it's not that I've grown out of gaming. I've seen that excuse thrown around. They'll say like, you just grown out of the game. Like, this game is rated M for mature, not R for retarded. You know, like, I'm sorry, but I'm the market here. I'm the market for this game. Like 18 to 55-year-olds, I think, is their core market or whatever. You know, I'm in that demographic. So don't give me that. That's just the dumbest excuse. People will make so many excuses. What is your excuse for Modern Who Cares 3? Can anyone out there give me one good reason why this should be a full release title? Someone out there give me a single solitary reason. Someone out there give me an argument for why this should be a full-fledged title. I would argue that this is something that's been an issue for a while with Call of Duty. They release games just because it's yearly tradition. When Cold War came out and it released pretty much unfinished and buggy and it was crashing people's consoles, hell, that game bricked my PlayStation 5. I'm not kidding. I had to do like CPR on my PS5 to get that thing back from the dead because Cold War literally bricked it for a period of time. It took like a few days and a lot of Googling to get that fixed. When that game came out, people made excuses that, well, the devs were working during a pandemic, and I argued, why make the devs work over Zoom or using the Denny's free Wi-Fi from some Activision company van in the parking lot? Why, I don't know, why make them work for that? Why not just, I don't know, support MW 2019 for another year? Why not, I don't know, use all your devs to make like a spinoff that matters and have that go for 2 years? Instead, they doubled down and they released Vanguard, which arguably, I mean, I say arguably because I didn't think it could truly get worse than Vanguard. And then they decided to release Modern Who Cares 2. And yeah, we all know how that went. People got so hyped, man. They were so hyped. People were losing their minds for Modern Who Cares 2. Comes out, complete garbage, unfinished trash, just like Vanguard. And you couldn't use the game was made in a pandemic. You couldn't do that anymore with Modern Who Cares 2. Like, that game was touted as the most advanced Call of Duty of all time. Do you remember seeing those articles and those tweets? How Activision was saying it was the most advanced Call of Duty ever. What did it do? It advanced my blood pressure. It advanced my depression. Maybe that's what they meant by it. But what's going to be the excuse here? What's going to be the excuse here? This year, there is no excuse. And I'm happy to see, finally, it took 3 to 4 years of just this garbage. Just the entire player base, the entire community getting mistreated, getting nickel and dimed, getting update after update that breaks the game or makes the game worse, getting ignored by the devs. And again, I don't think there are devs. I think that whole 3,000 devs over the course of 3 years for Modern Who Cares 2, I don't think it's true. I think the games are made by AI. There is no excuse for how bad each update is. They don't test anything. They have some AI algorithm or something to make these updates and release them, and make these maps and release them. And you can't convince me otherwise. Seriously. I don't think they have 3,000 devs at all. That's probably some tax evasion thing, if we're being completely honest. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if they, I don't know, quote unquote, hired 3,000 people, but they don't work, you know, or they work in AI development and they don't really do anything, because there's no excuse for this level of incompetence other than it's just Rob the Robot putting us in this eternal Call of Duty recycling, glitchy, buggy hell. I'm out of time though, guys. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Hope you enjoyed what I had to say. I urge you, please, do not buy Modern Who Cares 3. I urge you to spend that $70 literally anywhere else. And there's a lot of good games coming out, a lot of good games that are currently out. Use your time wisely, play them. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Here's some parting advice.